I enjoy making dance that it's almost cinematic. I want people to be able to watch dance like they're watching a movie. My name is Petros Treklis. I'm from Melbourne originally, but I grew up in London from the age of 12, where I started dancing at the age of 17. I trained at Laban Conservatoire, and after graduating from Laban Conservatoire, I did 3 years there, which is when I went into rep-based companies pretty much straight away. I was very fortunate to move straight into a company, and I danced for Tavaziva Dance. I worked with a multitude of European contemporary choreographers, and eventually I was brought back home to Australia when I was asked to join Sydney Dance Company, where I spent the last 5 years of my career dancing, before realizing I wanted to choreograph. 1, 2, 3, 4, step 5, and then once you've done the step on 5, then. When I start a piece, I'm not someone that can just think of an idea. I need some inspiration from something either visually or sound based. So I like to look for music normally. I search for maybe inspiration out of something by an artist I might like, or I might particularly search something where I'm vibing, like I want to work with a cello and a piano, and I'll start looking into some Rachmaninoff or something like that, and I'll just go down a little rabbit hole and find all these different things. And yeah, that's kind of how I'll start my journey for choreography. Yeah. I found this amazing piece of music by Górecki, and it was this choral track, and it features 120 voices, and I found it really captivating, and there was no instruments, it was just voice, and it was really cool, and I was listening to it and I was like, okay, this is really interesting. And then I was like, wait, think about it a bit more. They're singing in Latin. Maybe I should research what the Latin is that they're saying. And then when I found out that what they were saying, I was like, okay, maybe this isn't appropriate. But I used that as a starting point. It ended up being a choral track asking for mercy, essentially, from God. And I didn't want to create something religious, but I liked that idea. So then I took to Google and I started to look for some visual stimuli. I searched things like old paintings about mercy and things like that, just going off of the idea from the music initially. And there were lots of olden day paintings of like little devils holding cherubs while they tried to fly away and things like this. And I was like, okay, I don't know, this is exactly right. And I kept stumbling across things, and I stumbled across a painter, a French painter. Her name is Isabelle Vialle. Her stuff is amazing. And that was the moment I kind of knew what I wanted to make the piece about. They're these very dark images of these silhouetted, they look like humans, but they're not quite. They're like these shadowy figures that look kind of like humans, but aren't. And you can maybe see glimpses of collarbones and ribcage, or some knuckles or something, but otherwise they're these dark figures, and they're all kind of clustered around a person. They were just hundreds of them. There's so many of these images, and she's painted like just a collection, and they all kind of go together. And it almost acted as a storyboard for me. I kind of saw it and I was like, oh, this is really cool. I wanted to bring this to life, essentially. I wanted to, how could I bring those paintings to reality? So that was my jumping point. And then it became about building a world in which these images or these beings lived. That slowly morphed into the idea of playing with the unknown and our darker selves and all these other things, which is kind of where the piece goes. I definitely don't like to pre-choreograph. I don't like to come into the room with a pre-made movement normally. I think it takes away from the fun of who I'm about to work with. Often when I come to a company, you don't know who you're going to be with if it's your first time with them, especially here. I've never worked at Queensland Ballet before, so I wanted to utilize the talents of the dancers when I walked into the room, as opposed to come in and be like, these are the steps, figure it out. The steps will definitely come from my body, but I do like to work with the dancers and their bodies and make the steps on them in the moment. I do think I have a style. I do think I have a language. I will try to work my language on the dancer, but I still will work to who's there. So if I can see something isn't comfortable for them, I would rather know that they're comfortable, because I think if they feel good doing what I've asked them to do, it's probably going to translate to looking good on stage. I want the audience to be entertained. I'm not trying to get the audience with this piece, I think, to think about a deeper message or a deeper topic. underlying political point of view or, scientific exploration of mathematical equations and blah, blah, blah. It's very, which I know contemporary can go down that route sometimes. It's very much, I enjoy making dance that it's almost cinematic. I want people to be able to watch dance like they're watching a movie. I want to entertain the audience, and I want people to be captivated the whole time. So, because I know that's what I want when I watch dance. So I kind of always think about creating in that way. I'm like, what do I want to watch and how would I want to watch it? People should come see Bespoke because I think it's going to just be such a fun night. There's going to be such a mix of between myself, Steph, and Greg. And from what I've seen so far, they're all 3 vastly different pieces, I believe. So you're going to be entertained one way or another at some point, surely. So I think the variety and it's fun. Come support dance. My time at Queensland Ballet so far has been phenomenal. Everyone here is so welcoming and so professional, and the dancers are phenomenal. I'm working with some of the younger artists, and if anything, it's almost like they're more hungry. So they're offering even more to me. I feel like I can feel how maybe keen and excited they are to be pushed and to move in a different way to how they might normally move straight away. So when I'm here, I feel like it needs to go, like it can be more rounded. And I feel like it needs to be a real life. It's been a great experience all round. I feel very grateful to be a part of such a special landmark for the company too, because I understand this will be the first time that they perform on this stage. So to be part of a triple bill premiering on this stage, it feels very special and again very humbling, and I'm very honoured. I really am excited to see my piece come to life and to see it on stage, and I'm so excited to be a part of this season of Queensland Ballet, and yeah, can't wait to see it come to life.